Hi, I'm Dr. Kim McDonald, physical therapist, and I wanted to talk to you about something I'm seeing a lot of in the clinic lately, and that is low back pain due to sitting. Sitting has become very prominent in our society, especially with our reliance on technology, and we are seeing the consequences. Although there's quite a lot of negative effects from too much sitting, one of the biggest and the most frequent I see is low back pain. According to the National Institute of Health, nearly 80% of U.S. adults, 80% will experience some degree of low back pain in their lifetime. And it is the leading cause for missed days at work. That is a lot of suffering and a lot of lost money. I'm also seeing low back pain becoming a problem for younger people as well, as they too are sitting more with the use of laptops, video games, cell phones, and technology in general. So it is not something that is just happening to older adults. Most of us have heard of disc problems, which is a cause of low back pain, and we often think that heavy lifting or improper lifting is the cause of back injury, but it is not. The most common cause of disc pain and injury is prolonged sitting. The discs of the spine lie between the backbones or the vertebrae, and they provide shock absorption to the many forces that travel through the spine. The ability to manage these forces are directly affected by how strong our muscles are, particularly our core muscles. Our daily activities and the positions we sit, stand, and move in dramatically affect how hard our muscles have to work in dealing with these forces. When the forces become excessive and are no longer well managed by the muscles, the discs take the beating. This is similar to pushing down onto a fully inflated balloon, which results in the sides of the balloon bulging out. This outward bulging results in weakness of the tissues over time, and this weakness can lead to a rupture or herniation of the disc. Disc bulging or herniation puts pressure on surrounding nerves and tissues, and this causes pain. Here is a perspective on the impact of pressures on the spine and the discs based on body position. When we are lying on our back, there is approximately 25 psi or pounds per square inch of pressure exerted through the discs. When we stand up, the pressure increases to 100 psi or approximately 4 times that of lying flat. The forces actually increase when we sit down to 140 psi because now the pressure is being distributed over a shorter distance of just our trunk and not through both the trunk and the legs. If we take this a step further and you actually lean forward while you're sitting, such as if you were slumping or slouching, the pressure through the discs increases to 185 psi, which is nearly 7 times the amount when we are lying down. Obviously, the longer we sit, the longer these pressures are exerted on our discs, and the greater chance for tissue injury and pain. Well, we have to sit, but what can you do to prevent back pain and stiffness? Well, here are 4 things to keep in mind. First, when you sit, make sure you're sitting with an upright, neutral posture. And what that means is basically your ears over your shoulders over your hips. It is important to adjust your computer and workstation to allow you to sit in this posture, and you can check out my video on proper desk setup to learn how. Second, if you do have to sit for long periods of time, say at work, set a timer on your phone or computer for every 30 to 45 minutes and simply stand up in place. This can go a long way of reducing fatigue over the muscles that are trying to manage those forces and offload the discs. If you can take a short walk each time the timer goes off, even better. This will help give the muscles a break from holding that sitting position. Doing this frequently throughout the day can prevent core muscle fatigue and subsequently further load over those discs. Third, walk or engage in active movement for at least 30 minutes per day. This does not mean you need to spend hours in the gym unless that is something that you can enjoy. The simple act of walking is fantastic for the body. Actually, beginning a walking program can be a great option as it is some of the best exercise you can do. Finally, begin a general stretching program 4 to 5 days per week in order to loosen up the muscles that typically become quite short and tight with prolonged sitting. You can get a copy of simple stretching exercises on my website, and I have added the link below to that as well as to other resources that you may find helpful. So there you have it. 4 ways to combat back pain that comes with prolonged sitting. It's a simple plan, but it can help you prevent damage to the disc and the pain that can cause. It is much easier to prevent that damage than to deal with it once it happens. Should you develop back pain that does not resolve in 3 to 5 days, and or you experience pain down one leg, I recommend you do contact a physical therapist or your physician for an evaluation to determine the best treatment strategy to help your situation. You can also check out my Soothe Your Spine video course, where I walk you through what I teach my own patients to relieve their back pain and sciatica. That link is below as well. I hope you found this helpful, and if you would like further information, tips, and free resources, please check out my website, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Stay well and feel good.